What is up, bros and broettes? I'm Slasher, and today we've got a really interesting subject. Today we're going to be talking about blackjack, and I know a lot of you have heard a lot of YouTubers talk about this, but not like we are today. First of all, we're going to talk about how he's going to be acquired. A lot of people have talked about that, but then after that, we're going to talk about his specialist weapons and abilities and what they're really going to be. I don't have any inside information, I don't have anything confirmed, but I think a lot of the things that people are saying are straight up wrong and simply just don't make any sense. So we're going to talk about why I think that and what will actually work with his weapons and specialist abilities. So let's get into it. So real quickly before we get into today's information, I just have one quick thing to ask. If you could hit the like button on this video, I'm really curious just if I ask for likes, how many we can get. So I want to see over 500. That would be amazing, but I want to see how many of you just simply enjoy my videos. So if you enjoy my videos, you like seeing them every single day I upload them, just hit that like button. It would really help out my channel and really let me know that you like these kind of videos that I'm doing today. So now that that's out of the way, real quickly, who is Blackjack? What is he? What am I talking about today? He is the 10th specialist character. It's pretty much been confirmed. I actually uploaded a video earlier last week talking about how we found out about him, so you can check that link out. I'll throw it in the description down below, but basically, to sum that video up, there was these audio files. They contained Blackjack, aka Black Market Guy, because that's the voice in the video files, saying different things, like saying he's using this specialist ability or this specialist weapon, and he went through every single specialist weapon stating that he was going to use them. So the Black Market Guy is using specialist weapons. We heard the audio files, and then Treyarch went down and took down all of these audio files. They took them off of Reddit, they took them off of YouTube. What that means is whenever there's a leak that actually has some justice to it, they take it down. No matter what it is, if it actually has some meat to it and some truth to it, Treyarch will take it down, and that means it's pretty much confirmed that this will be coming to the game. So that's awesome. We know this is happening. That is confirmed. Now, if they leave a leak up, most of the time it's not true, but sometimes it is. But this one they took down, so we pretty much have it confirmed that this will be happening in this game. So how are we going to get this specialist character? Well, I can possibly see 3 ways of this happening. Number 1, they're going to give it away for free. Number 2, you have to buy it. And number 3, supply drops. Let's talk about which one is most likely. So first of all, the one where we get it for free. I very, very highly doubt that. I doubt Call of Duty doesn't give anything away for free. Never a map pack, never a gun, pretty much nothing. Everything is either DLC, season pass, or something like that. You always gotta pay money for it. So I think that one's out the window. Next one's supply drops. Everyone thinks this thing is coming in supply drops. I would be absolutely, first of all, ashamed, but shocked if they were to do that, because right now, there is this huge controversy behind supply drops. I've talked about it oodles of times. There's no reason talking about it today, but for them to go ahead and put something as big as a specialist character in supply drops would just be suicide. Like, it would be the stupidest thing for them to do right now, but maybe that's why they haven't released it yet. Maybe they want some of this hate to die down before they're releasing it in supply drops. Maybe that's why it's not out there yet, because normally when those video files or something is leaked through an update, like 2 days later it comes out. This has actually happened like a while ago, like last week sometimes, and we still haven't seen anything about Blackjack. So it's possible that they could be holding off because they want some of the hate about supply drops to die down. But most likely, I think it's going to be a paid DLC, or even more likely, it will come with DLC too. I would absolutely love to see that, because one of the things we know Treyarch likes to do is they like to bundle something with their DLC to add some incentive to buy it. What we've seen before is some weapons. Back in Black Ops 2, you could actually buy the DLC and you'd get a weapon. Looking back to Black Ops 2, one great example of this is the Peacekeeper. That one came out with a DLC pack in that game. In this game, we do know that weapons are only coming out in supply drops, because that's all we've seen this far. Therefore, they won't be coming out in the DLC, or at least I'd be very shocked if they did. But as of right now, they are not. However, we don't know about specialist characters. Specialist characters have never been in a Call of Duty before, and it would be really cool to see something bundled with the DLC like we've seen in the past before. So what would make a great addition to the DLC? A specialist character. It would be really great to see Blackjack coming in there. So that would be my best guess. Either you're going to have to pay for him, maybe like $5 or something. It'd be cheaper than getting a gun, that's for sure, because it takes forever in supply. That's beside the point. I said I wasn't going to get into that. We'll leave that aside. So chances are either paid DLC or come with a map pack. One of the two. That's my best guess. So as we know, all specialist characters have 2 abilities. The ability and the weapon. So the ability for Blackjack is obviously going to be he runs out into the middle of the map and starts throwing up everyone's money that spent money on supply drops in the game, just chucking it up in the air, and everyone on the map dies. Alright, no, I had to say that just because it was funny. I said I wasn't going to talk about supply drops. I broke my promise. I'm sorry, but I thought that was really funny. But okay, what are they actually going to be? The general consensus going around is that this Blackjack guy, aka Black Market guy, is going to go around stealing everyone's specialist abilities. He looks like a sneaky guy. He's been a sneaky guy up to this point, stealing everyone's money on supply drops. Oh, I'm sorry, said I wasn't going to bring up supply drops. That he's going to steal everyone's specialist abilities. And it makes sense to a certain extent. You got to remember, to do this, you're going to have to press L1 and R1. That's how you call in every single specialist ability in the game. So for you to get this specialist ability, it charges up, and then you see someone using a specialist, let's say weapon. Let's say they're using the War Machine. Let's say they're using the War Machine. Do you then press L1 and R1 while looking at them, and all of a sudden that War Machine's yours? No, that doesn't really make any sense to me. Alright, let's say it charges up, and then when you kill them while they're using the War Machine, you get the War Machine? I guess that kind of makes sense, I guess, but I think there's a much better explanation for it. So before I say this, remember everything I am saying right now is speculation. It's based on basically general ideas that make a lot more sense than everyone else is saying. This whole stealing specialist ideas is a cool idea, but I really don't think it works. The reason why people are saying that this is what it's going to be is because the quotes that the guy said were for every single different specialist ability and weapon. What would make a lot more sense is if you had an ability to press L1 and R1, and for your weapon, you get a random specialist weapon, and for your ability, you then get a random specialist ability. So let's say all of a sudden you press L1 and R1, you don't know what specialist ability you're getting. You may happen to get a glitch and jump way back. You may happen to get an active camo and all of a sudden you're invisible. It wouldn't be that practical and that useful in a game, but it would be a whole freaking lot of fun. On top of that, let's say you press L1 and R1, and then all of a sudden you have a certain specialist weapon. Let's say you have the War Machine. Let's say you have the Scythe. Whatever it may be, you get a random weapon. That would be very, very cool, and actually makes sense because if we look at a picture of him, he actually does have a robotic arm, which could make him be able to use any of the specialist abilities, whether it be a machine gun that pops out of his arms or gravity spikes. How funny would that be if you called in a random specialist ability and all of a sudden you are just slamming spikes down into the ground you didn't even mean to? Or maybe instead, when you call it in, it'll show you what you get before you use it. I don't know. Like I said, this isn't confirmed, but to me, this would make a lot more sense than actually stealing supply drops. I don't know what else it would be other than that. We really haven't got hinted at anything other than that. And plus, this would 100% explain why there was the audio files for all the different specialist weapons. This is my best explanation for this. I don't think it's stealing stuff. I just don't think that physically works. But remember, he does have to have an ability. He does have to have a weapon. That's what specialist characters do. And to activate it, he has to press L1 and R1. Everyone's saying that if he just kills someone who is using their specialist ability, he receives it. That doesn't really make any sense because there's no pressing L1 and R1. I guess once you steal the thing, then you can press L1 and R1. But I don't think that makes any sense. But this was my best guess. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. What do you think it's going to be? Do you think it's going to be the whole stealing aspect? Do you like my idea of it? What do you think of Blackjack? When do you think he's coming? How do you think we're going to get him? Let me know down in the comment section below. I promise you I will read every single comment in the comment section. So that's all I got for you today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you found it informative, useful, and you liked the information I gave you and made it this far, a like rating would be super, super greatly appreciated. I upload new videos, whether they be Call of Duty or real life videos, whatever they are, 6 days a week, every day except for Sunday. So hit that subscribe button if you'd be interested in that. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and until next time, peace out.